Peace, peace.
Peace. It's been a minute.
It's been a long time.
We
We
shouldn't
shouldn't
have
have
left
left
you
you
without
without
some
a
dope
dope
vids
biz
to
to
step
step
to.
to.
We're back, y'all. We're back vibing. Um, and just wanted to keep it short and sweet today and let you know that storms will come. Whether you're in a relationship, whether you're single, storms will come. This we know for sure. And I'm not going to emulate my new edition singing voice on this
Please
one. Let me get my
don't.
Johnny Gill on. Ooh.
Please don't.
But recently we've been dealing with some life situation.
So, whatever you're dealing with in life, whenever life throws you lemons, just make some lemonade out of it.
Make some lemonade out of that stuff. And recently we've been served some lemons that were sour as I don't know what. Had to put a lot of sugar in it to make it sweet, but we're still here. We've been through it before, and I'm sure we'll go through it again. But that's just part of not only a relationship, but it's part of life. Whether you're in a relationship, whether you're single, there's always going to be situations thrown at you throughout the years that are going to throw you off course. But the key is to stay the course and not let it break you down.
Yes, there will be trials and tribulations in life. That's just the game of life. You know, it helps to strengthen and propel you to become the best version of yourself.
Absolutely. We've dealt with situations before. We've been together a long time, for decades. As a matter of fact, our first son was conceived after we had been displaced from one of our apartments. We were scrambling, looking for a place to go. We were like 22, 23 years old at the time, and we ended up finding a room at the Days Inn, and it was one of the older Days Inns too. Like, this hotel was so old that they gave us an actual like metal key. You know what I mean? It wasn't even a room key. It was like made of the same key you open up your house with. You know what I mean? But the beauty that came out of that is that our first son was actually conceived during that time. When I look back on it, it's like, wow, something that was, to us kind of tragic turned out to be something beautiful.
So the purpose of life, it's not about finding yourself. You know, life is about creating yourself.
Right.
You know, what are you creating in your life? Are there rituals? What does your daily routine consist of?
Right.
Whatever dreams you have, just go after them. Just take action.
Absolutely. Go after your dreams. We went after our dreams back in 2007. We bought our first house. We closed on the house on, I believe it was like January 2nd, 2007, like 3 days before the worst economic collapse, or one of the worst economic collapses in U.S. history. So, as you can imagine, the value that we thought we had tanked, and we ended up hella upside down. Luckily, we were able to ride it out for another 4 years before we ended up having to sell the property via short sale. But during that time, our second son was conceived. So looking back on it, it was another example of something that at the time seemed like a tragedy that ended up turning into, something beautiful. And I think that's kind of funny when we look back on it. So, like she says, when life throws you sour lemons, the best thing you can do is make lemonade out of it.
Okay, yeah. So life can be tricky. It always has a tendency to throw you lemons. I actually worked at Costco pharmacy for from 1998 to 2008. Money was good, but at some point it just didn't sit right in my soul. Just the fact that I'm dishing out drugs to people. People were having all kinds of side effects, and it just didn't feel right. I felt like a robot. I had my boss, she was disrespecting me, and it was just an unpleasant experience. So I just took a leap of faith and I just walked away. And so ultimately it led to me doing what I had a passion for, what I dreamt of doing my whole life, running an online retail store, just selling things online. And I became much happier. I took those lemons and I turned them into lemonade.
Right. That's a common recurring theme throughout life, throughout relationships, whether you're with somebody or single, it doesn't matter. You know, storms will come. And we wanted to keep this video short and sweet to try to inspire you. If you're going through something in your life, just keep pushing. Right now, we're continuing to push through a current struggle of ours. As you all know, who live in California, I'm sure, and even those who don't, it's a very expensive place to live. We live in San Diego, California, born and raised. I know a lot of people are like, damn, y'all still there? Yes, we're still fucking here.
Still here.
We love it. It's a beautiful city. We've experienced the best weather. Combine that with bomb sex, and you create a pretty potent, explosive mixture. You know what I mean? And if you don't believe me, get with your partner and make some videos yourself then. But not to sound arrogant, but we were paying $23.95 for a 4-bedroom house, which is actually a very good deal if you look at the current housing market. Recently, our landlord, because we were renting at the time, sold the property. So we were given 2 months notice. We had to scramble to find the new place, and we're actually still scrambling to find one because the rental requirements are so stringent now that it's really difficult to find a quality, affordable rental. And the ones that are out there, you're competing with 20 or 30 other applicants. So it's a very trying time for us right now. And every day we have to keep pushing through and keep our, make sure that we don't give up on ourselves. But we're still here, we're still together, and we're not gonna let this break us. And no matter how long you're together, we've been together 25 years, but we're still dealing with adversity. So, hopefully that'll inspire you to keep pushing if you're, going through something in your life.
Yes, that's facts. Just persevere, just pray, meditate, just have a strong spiritual foundation within your lives and your relationship, and you'll be all right.
Right. And the irony of that is, most relationships that you see that are too comfy and cozy, that have no ups and downs, no struggles at all, most of those relationships don't last. Maybe I'm wrong, because I don't know everybody's situation, but trials and tribulations, storms, things that come along in a relationship that test you, allow you to become stronger. Allows you to become stronger as a couple. It allows you to bond as a couple, to create an even stronger bond with each other. And trials and tribulations are God's way of keeping you on point and moving you to the next level. At least that's what I think.
And I agree.
So with that said, y'all, we're gonna keep it pushing. I do want to let all of you know that we have a book out that we would like you to check out. And that book is called A Simple Guide to a Bomb and Sexy Love Life. This is the author's copy. So Amazon sent us this because we wrote it. That's why you see this bar going across it. On your copy, you won't see that bar. But in this book, we go into a lot of topics in terms of communication, in terms of relating to each other as a couple, in terms of giving each other space, avoiding arguments, dealing with childhood trauma that you may have experienced that you could possibly be projecting onto your relationship or your partner. If you're single, it'll give you a lot of insight and advice in terms of finding your ideal partner. So I think it's a good read. I would definitely recommend it to everybody.
So you can find our book on Amazon. We will have a link down in the description for you to check it out. We would greatly appreciate it. Much
appreciation. Thank you for the support. Thank you for watching our videos. We love y'all, and we wish y'all nothing but peace, love, happiness, and luminous blessings. Until the next time.